Hello, this time it's a rucksack comparison if you are thinking about trying to lighten the weight that you're carrying when you're going hiking or camping. These two packs can really help you do that. This one here is a 3FUL Qidian Pro. It is priced under £100. This one here is a Granite Gear Blaze 60, which gets tremendous reviews. In the UK here it's pretty close to £300. So my big question is, can the 3FUL come anywhere close to the Granite Gear at almost 3 times the price? So I have tested and used both of these packs fairly extensively now on many camping trips, and they're both absolutely fantastic packs, but there are a few differences. Now the 3FUL here is coming in, I think it's 880 grams. And a Granite Gear Blaze, depending on whether you use it with the top lid or whether you take that off, is around, I think, 1360 or maybe around 1400 grams. And what I have been finding is that the way I've been using this and the way I've been using this, the Qidian Pro 3FUL pack actually saves me about 500 grams in weight. So saving 500 grams is a really good start to the 3FUL. So the Blaze will really need to beat it in a number of respects for me to want to use this pack. Going lighter is not for everyone. I kind of will go lighter in some areas and heavier in others, just personally whatever my preferences are, and you will be exactly the same. I kind of have a base weight that I'm comfortable with carrying, and I'll just add in comfort in some areas and take it away in others. So the first area that I'm going to assess these packs would simply be in comfort. So this is the Blaze 60. Your back system here, you can adjust the position of the shoulder straps. This simply just twists and pops out, and then you have 3 different slots to adjust the length of the harness. The shoulder straps here are fairly well padded, and the back support here has kind of got vents on it, so there's some effort in ventilation. The hip belt is reasonably well padded and reasonably broad, and you can adjust the actual length of these, and there's Velcro settings here, and this can pull out and help you actually adjust it. Now, comfort wise, it's pretty good. I would maybe give it about a 7 out of 10. The pack also has a little bit of give in it, or suspension there, which just helps with that comfort. Now, comfort of the 3FUL, so we don't have any adjustment of the shoulder straps, so it's kind of like one sort of length, fits all in this particular pack. The shoulder straps, though, I must say, are actually quite broad, and they are pretty well padded. Now, there is 0 ventilation here, and you sort of need to decide whether that matters to you or not. There's absolutely nothing. Now, the idea is that you can place a closed cell foam mat in here, and it'll fit in here, and then it tucks in underneath these straps. But I actually have been using this pad, as pack in the winter, and I haven't found any need for that. And then the hip belts, no real adjustment of these, but this is a very broad hip belt, and this is also quite long, so it really does come around and sit on your waist and fit. It fits me really well, exceptionally well. And between the two packs, this for me is definitely the more comfortable, and I would give it about a 9 out of 10. So looking at some of the features of this pack, on each side you have insanely large pockets, and I must say I found these absolutely brilliant. Here's a 1 litre water bottle gone, here's an 800ml water bottle gone, handling that absolutely no problem. There's a 1 litre water bottle and a bladder here filled with 2 litres of water, and again just fits in there. So having those on each side is absolutely brilliant. Now, another fabulous feature of this pack, I just found it easy to manage, and that's simply the fact that it is actually very broad at the bottom. So if you're putting your sleeping bag down into this, and your sleeping bag's obviously like horizontal, no problems at all. Coming round to the front of the pack, you have zipper access here. Now, one thing I would say is the zipper is just kind of vertical. It doesn't kind of go horizontal as well. So this doesn't really open up. So when your pack is quite well filled, you know, the access here, you're sort of struggling a little bit to get access, you know, through this compartment. Compression straps on the front, and these are pretty fine and small, but they all feel really excellent quality, and that allows you to cinch in or actually put a foam pad or something down there if you want to, and then you just have a sort of a front pocket. Now again, whenever this pack, I haven't got it fully stuffed at the moment, but when it's really full, you know, you put things down in here, they are actually quite tight. I would prefer the 3FUL system that I'll show you just, you know, in a moment. Now the lid closure here, if you decide that you're not going to be using the lid, it is actually quite good. It's fairly thorough in that you have a strap here coming across from this angle, and then this goes across. So that's pretty good and pretty secure, and allows you to use this then, you know, without the actual lid. The lid system itself here is pretty good. You know, in that you have a good size of a compartment here. So that's not everything, but that's some of the, you know, the good features of the Granite Gear Blaze 60. So let's now look at some of the features on the 3FUL Qidian Pro, and we'll start in the same place. So side pockets here, again, really good side pockets. 1 litre Nalgene and 800ml. Now, just not quite the same volume, but I mean, that's still a good side pocket. 1 litre and a 2 litre bladder, no, definitely not. 2 litre bladder would probably be about it. But you know what, if you're carrying water, if you've any more than, I mean, at a push, could maybe get a bit more in there, but I mean, yeah, you could do it, but at the end of the day, you don't really want three kilos on one side of your pack. You want to sort of kind of balance out. So look, I mean, this is certainly big enough. Now, you have compression straps again on the side, which work, you know, pretty well for tent poles or anything else that you want down there. And then the front, I mean, this is a system that I much prefer than the Granite Gear, because it's just so much more open. You know, you can put things in here and dry them. Now, there is no front access, but you know, if I wanted, there's a 2 litre water bladder in there, like absolutely no problem. Again, I wouldn't want to be carrying that much water in one position, but you know, there's that sort of there. I can pack, you know, more things into this, you know, so I can actually get tons of things in here on the outside of the pack really easy, and it gives me good access. If I'm out and, you know, something gets wet, I can even put some clothing in here and the mesh will allow it to dry. So it's really just this extra volume here, which is fantastic, and I've just put so many things in here. I kind of, when I'm packing my pack, I always end up doing a few things last minute and I forget a few things, and in here, you know, I have tons of room for loads and loads of kit. So that is a great feature, and it feels fairly durable, sort of mesh. Now the lid system on this, it's simply a roll top. So you have turn this around so you can see it. So you have this kind of setup, you know, here with the twin straps coming into one, and then this kind of clicks through and cinches down. Let's get these out of the way. The roll top here then, I mean, that's just simply what it is. It is just a roll top. And that's, you know, works very simply. And then we have straps here just on the side that actually come around the front, you know, to secure any loads that you have in there, which is pretty good. And all the buckles and straps again feel pretty good quality. And then this is just one for over the top and down the back. And then lastly, feature-wise, we're really just looking at the side pockets. Both packs are pretty good. This pocket here, I mean, I've just got a bag of tent pegs that will just, well, I say just, it actually would struggle to go into this pocket. So we will see if it will go into the 3FUL. So just to give you an indication of the size of the two pockets. And that fits in there absolutely no problem. So again, the hip belt pockets on the 3FUL are better than the Granite Gear, but the Granite Gear side pockets are, when I say better, they're bigger, and the Granite Gear side pockets here would be better than the 3FUL. So pros and cons, as with most things. So when it comes down to it, which one do I choose? So first off, I would say do not underestimate the benefit of lightening the actual weight of your pack itself. And at 500 grams lighter than the Granite Gear, the 3FUL Qidian Pro is off to a really, really good start. Now, lightening the pack, that's not the be all and end all. If the pack is short on features or short on comfort, then that could be an issue as well. But the feature set in balance on the 3FUL pack, I actually prefer, and the real deal breaker for me is the use of this mesh expandable pocket here down at the front. That is simply just so versatile. The Granite Gear just doesn't have that. Yes, it does have a front pocket, but you know, when the pack's full, everything's really bulging out on this, you know, because it's quite tight, whereas this is a little bit looser. This also has the benefit of being able to be slightly better vented, so drying gear if you actually need to. The side pockets are insane on this. You know, they are just so big. The side pockets, however, on the 3FUL are actually good enough. The hip belt pockets, it's a bit of an opposite here. The hip belt pockets on the 3FUL are better, but again, the Granite Gear ones are actually pretty good. So lightweight, you know, the feature set just beats it here. The 3FUL wins because of the features, it wins because of the lightweight. And for me personally, it actually wins because of comfort. Whether this pack just fits me perfectly and the Granite Gear one doesn't, you know, I don't know, but this pack is just more comfortable. And ventilation, yeah, there's no ventilation here, but I can assure you when you're generating some heat, this back system here helps a little, but really and honestly, it only is a little. And lastly, there's the price. This is sitting at the moment on a UK website, £280. This is sitting here, I think, on AliExpress at maybe £80. You know, so this is 3 times the price. So because this is better featured and more comfortable for me, I'm keeping this pack, and this pack here is currently on eBay. So if you're looking at this video in the week that it's been put up, you'll see the Granite Gear, my Granite Gear Blaze 60 for sale on eBay, and this is the one that's a keeper for me. It really is a brilliant pack, and at the money, it's a real steal. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Until next time.